you do running compared to having like a genius mind. It's a snowball effect.
And that's proving the very premise that you were arguing. Like, so you just came across like a big circle. Right? Initially, you argued that other races are better than others, but then in the end, you said both are doing different things. But what purpose has it, right? And that's what I'm trying to touch on. If you're pitting up a fast racer to a guy who's a genius, then the very competition is flawed. No, you can question the nature of the competition, right?
And the thing is, people wait, hold up, one more thing, and I'll let you speak. Right? The thing is, you got to understand that just because your group is good at something doesn't mean you specifically are going to be good at that. There are people who don't have the same exact genetics as their group. There's some people who are born smarter within their group and compared to other groups, and there's people that are born to run faster even if their group is supposed to be slower, and there's people who run slower even if their group is supposed to be faster. It's just not as likely. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Genetic
who's better?
variability isn't necessary around, every single variable of that type of person is valuable, or else it wouldn't be there in the first place. It wouldn't have made it this far.
Yeah, who do you think is better? Like Usain Bolt, who's like a 100-meter dash king, or that Ethiopian guy Ukio or whatever, who can run for just days at a time at like a disgusting pace, right? Who do you think is better?
Yeah, it's like you can't compare it. You just can't compare it. It's just two different things.
But by default, the one who can do the physical activity longer, by default, is the winner, right?
Well, if it depends on the competition.
Agreed. But I'm saying in terms of ability exertion.
Is under the same circumstance.
I'm saying if it's about stress, pressure, yeah. We've established that. But I'm trying to help him understand that you have to really take like a one-sided competition, and then whoever is in that field will win. That's what I'm trying to help him understand. I know, but I think he thinks that like having a caveat or having like a genetic predisposition, but like willingness and being like relentless and having a work ethic. And if Kobe Bryant was that talented, he wouldn't bother Michael Jordan at 2 a.m. asking him very specific questions in like how to do a fadeaway from the paint. You know, if Kobe Bryant was that much of a genius, and no, because he understands that like it takes more than that. You know, and that's why Kobe's whole play style is modeled after Jordan, and Jordan did it naturally, having no one to look at, but Kobe had someone to look at, right?
And the thing is, there's a place for everyone in a society. Yes, as an individual being more intelligent is good, but you can't have a society that's only filled with intelligent people. You need some people that are dumber, that have to work, that have to do the work that nobody else would do. You need people who are stronger as opposed to smarter for certain tasks.
100%.
Like this is the problem. If you want to, let's just say that race, let's just say like we want to be 50-50. He's basically saying who's gonna fill up the gaps over there, and then it's becoming unnecessarily competitive. And it's just gonna be unhealthy.
There's no gap there. India doesn't care about 100-meter dashes. They don't care about that.
I'm just saying, like, let's just say they share exactly the same thing, the same strengths and everything on the dot. Who is gonna do the other stuff that they're not gonna care about?
Yeah, the third person who doesn't have that capability, I guess. It's whatever's left over, right? There's a reason why.
Treatment ongoing.
Do your worst.
How does a guy move? Yeah, like how does a guy move into the woods by himself when his race has always been in a community? Move to the woods, go off grid, build his own log cabin, take a year doing it, and just live with just like a fire and like doing like basic shit. Because like a nigga wants to, and he just wants to test himself, and whatever. If he reproduces, then the next guy's gonna do the same thing or not. But some guy went and did it. That's it.
Like think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Think about it like this, right? what you're describing, right? I'm talking to the PSL God guy, right? What we've been talking about is the place that we're at now. If we think about the first group of humans, right? All of those humans were probably a specific way. But like he said, somebody decided to venture off and do this. And then that person ended up reproducing. And as they kept doing that and moving to different environments, things changed. Groups that were once the same become slightly different to even more different to different groups, right?
Sure.
And that's within every group, right? Let's say that's why if you look at the genetics of a Black American and the genetics of an African from West Africa, where the slaves were taken from, they're different.
Yes, that includes everything as well, not just like about only genetics, because like I said, it's a snowball effect. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but like if we have the same, let's just say every country was born at the same time, right? Let's just say they have a race like who's like the most successful or becoming the top. Most likely it's gonna be Asians and European descent or Southern Asians being on par.
Like, I'm trying to help you understand that like the very scenario that you described is like a circumstantial thing, and even at that, you think that the outcome is predetermined if they're all fighting for the same thing. If they're all fighting for the same thing and the category is intelligence, then someone else wins. Like Asians will win if it comes to, let's just say, a way of life. Buddhists will win in terms of like protecting your identity and being pure.
Well,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
saying
Like-
as a whole, not just like one particular. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense if I said only one particular.
Like, what do you mean as a whole? Like, they're killers,
And
they're
that-
geniuses, they're the best harvesters, like that?
The way of life and everything, how like Earth has been around. Because
Yeah, that would be
obviously-
Greek.
That's how it feels.
Yeah, that would be Greek.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
like there are things like it's hard for me to explain because like people are so I'm not trying to be like rude, but like people are so used to seeing 50-50 on everything. I don't think that's humanly impossible for an actual real human being to see it like that on the dot, because unfortunately you are gonna see some things are cool or some are not so much cool, or some are interesting, some are not so interesting. You know.
Right.
I think the problem.
Right. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
problem
but-
with what you're saying is that you're trying to say that in the end you act like you agree with us, but then you say, "Oh, but whites and Asians would do the best." It sounds like you're not really
Oh my god,
listening to what we're saying.
it's my go PSL god.
Yeah, like PSL God, like I hope you understand to a certain degree that when you make a premise of what you made earlier, what you said now is the direct conclusion to what we were trying to tell you, but you just said it yourself in your own way, but you think somehow it furthers your point. But what I'm trying to tell you
Well,
is
I'm trying to
to
respond.
make a I'm saying like to make a circumstance whereby your whole thing was what's the better race. That's the whole crux of the argument, right?
Hello there.
What's the best race, right? Am I right?
Well, yeah, because I was trying to respond back
That is a ginger
to
protects you.
Mercy because
Justice reigns from
I mean I'm gonna
all.
say it later, but I'm gonna let you finish.
Protect yourself.
No, you can say it, but I want to make
Okay,
sure
so-
that I understand you. Yeah.
Okay, so I know there are races they're not gonna follow everything on the dot. Obviously, there are points where like they follow different type of cultures and whatnot.
Be uplifted.
But I'm saying like if they want their country to be successful, right? It wouldn't make sense for them to fundamentally like to
Treatment ongoing.
basically not have a country where it's a good place. You know, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't it doesn't make sense. Like let's just say like Africa. Let's just say Africa is the worst place to live
Be
at.
purified.
If that an option,
Africa's a continent. You gotta be specific.
Yeah, hold on, Ethan. Let him just make his blanket statement. I'm just trying to see what he thinks. Go ahead.
Thanks for the touch-up.
so let's just say you live in the third world country, right? And you get an offer. Let's just say you're a president, right, in the third world country, and you get an offer
Nice.
to be at the place feeling like you're in the first world country or upcoming the first world country. You wouldn't think about anything but
Feel
trading
stronger?
places with that country or getting that offer, would you?
Enemy contact.
Okay. So you're saying
Yeah, but
that
you can. But
you're
it's
better
like
off in a
literally
first world
called-
country, right? You're saying you would take the
Yeah,
advantage
legend,
because
yeah.
of
If you want to be in the
resources,
first world,
right?
yes.
What if being in the first world is not what you want to do, but rather be with your family and you just want to die
Justice reigns from
whatever
above.
country you're living in?
Well,
Duplicating Sara.
I can fix that.
Yeah, so I'm saying,
Optimal levels.
yeah, I'm saying like you change the goalpost. Like he went from like a
Feeling
strategic
better yet?
scientific battle to like who's more patriotic in terms of
Increasing your
opportunity.
capabilities.
okay, that I can see is like me talking
Yeah,
about
move the
something.
goalpost,
But the
yeah.
reason why, but the reason why I share that is because race and country, I know they're different, but it could also be the same because let's just say like, oh, you didn't want what you asked for.
watching over
Yeah, you thought first world country is good. You're thankful, but it's not what you expected. That's what you're saying, right? So you can still shape up to the way your culture is. Because at least if with first world country, you have like improvements or something to do. Because you're in a first world country, right? You have good stuff going. And you can make that into your own home. As in, if you're in a third world country, you don't have resources to do that. Or have good resources to do anything.
So how do
Thanks for the heal. Shouldn't have put your head there.
Nano boost
so
administered.
PSL like
I'm
Yeah,
on
but the
solid
thing is with
I hope
race
you-
is like, it also determines who's successful and who's not.
right,
You're
right,
you're
right.
you're,
So now we're getting
you're
at-
switching between two things. You're switching
Yeah,
between
yeah.
race and you're switching between country.
Yo,
You
yo,
have to
yo,
choose one and you have to defend that.
Ongoing.
Yeah, guys,
Alright then,
I'm
let
getting
me
him
let
to
me
talk.
say from this
I'm
then.
getting him to talk so he gets to the point. Now he's here. He's to the point. Now he's gonna say what he said first.
Why? Okay, so why would
Yeah.
anyone in the right mind would want? Let's just say like your race is like smart, right? Anyone that's smart, regardless of race.
Like who? Like who? So give me specifics. Like who?
Alright. Well, I'm saying in general. Let's just say like your race is known to be smart or whatever, right?
So what is a race that is known to be smart?
Do your worst.
Alright. I would like to argue Asians, right?
Okay, so let's say Asians.
There's
why do
no
you think
reason
why do
for
you think
different
Asians are
ethnic.
smart? Why do you think Asians are smart? I just want to know.
Oh, it's because they were gifted. That's why. Nothing to
gifted
do
how?
with the geographical area.
Okay, but why did all the people in East Asia
No.
get gifted?
We have unwelcome guests
No.
on
This
the
your mic
objective.
was weird.
YOLO.
9.
Why did all the people in East Asia get gifted? What is
What's up, guys?
the gifted part about
What's
Asia?
up?
Well, they just have
Thank
they
you.
were born with higher IQ, and that's of course they had to like practice, of course, because otherwise if you can't freaking
How do
use
you
it, what's the
how do you
point?
practice if you're born with higher IQ?
Right? I'm saying that they're able to show that they have a higher IQ because they were born.
Yeah,
with
you know
it.
that
That's my
everyone's
point.
actually born
The
with
enemy
0 IQ.
advances on our point. Hello. Bend the
That is
law.
not the case.
It's true.
At your side.
Scatter. Concussive out.
Zenyatta is here.
Like in terms of race and how people are born,
Repulsion.
they're gonna be ahead.
Heroes
in
never
line.
die.
There's no question about it. I don't know why it's so bad to say that.
Incoming.
It's not bad to say that.
You're-
I'm just saying, no race is good at everything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So when you're saying this race is better overall, right? I'm not.
Angel at your shoulder.
First it was
No.
physicality, right? You said Afghans are not that gifted, whatever the case is, and you're like, I don't see the difference. But some of them have like different traits. Then you went on to more like physicality, maybe masculinity, whatever the case was. Then you started referring to people who are physically fit. But then I told you that you're like trying to bring two things together that don't have a comparison, right? If you want to compare a hyena to something else that is like a hyena, that's a fair comparison. You would compare a deer and a gazelle. You wouldn't compare a deer and a jaguar. Like you wouldn't even result any good information out of that.
Yeah,
They're
but
two
okay.
different
The-
climates.
Can
Right?
I jump in real quick?
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
think the issue for you, PSO God, is the fact that the way you're arguing is not really. I wouldn't say it's bad faith, but it's not really in good faith. It's because you keep moving, you keep changing the goalposts about what you're saying. Like first you're talking about genetics, you're talking about physicality, then you're talking about intelligence, then you want to switch to, oh, it's where you were born. It's like you kind of have to take a position and choose it and then stick with it, right? And like you can't just sit here and just and what you call it? Like you have to choose a position. Yeah.
Right, but guys, to just iterate quickly, very quickly, right? I do this a lot with people, but some people just might not be aware that when they're asserting a statement, they're directly contradicting themselves because they might not be keeping track of what they're saying earlier. They're just kind of talking about in the air. Maybe that's the case, right? So that's why I keep reminding him. I'm like, I hope you know that what you said now contradicts what you said earlier, right? That's all I'm really on right now because I don't think he understands, right? Because he's kind of just like scatter shot, like he's just shooting it everywhere, right? So I don't know, maybe that's the case, whatever the case is. But let me tell you something else. Asians are also the majority that dominate the breakdancing scene, right? Something very peculiar, but very specialized. Why? They have no ability to be as physically fit. Sure, the physically fit people do partake in breakdancing, but Asians are able to do it not because of superior strength, but because of understanding and technique. That's another side of intelligence.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Well,
the umbrella intelligence.
Have you guys seen Australia's breakdance though?
It's about understanding the limitations of your body and contouring your body to a certain way where you can do things such as a flare, right? Like things like that, like a windmill.
all right. Go ahead, and then I'll say my piece. Okay, so I was responding to Mercy. It wasn't really like my main point. That's why it seems I'm scattered because my point is short and short. I'm gonna say it in short, but if there's success for a certain race or country or anything, they're gonna take it. There's no reason for them not to. It wouldn't make sense. That is my point.
That wasn't even your original point, brother.
Well, I was responding back to him.
You're arguing like a move.
Experience tranquility. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Okay, so I like to go backtrack a little bit where it talked about the animals. Yeah, you can technically say a tiger and a cat. It's like a cat, right? They share the same whatever. But the problem is one of them is born strong and the other one not so much. That's the real scenarios in real life. That is the case. I'm saying survival of the fittest is a thing.
Step right up.
So I don't know why it's.
Not survival of the fittest.
But I don't know why it's such like a. But I don't know why it's been shared as an example.
You're arguing a wild animal. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
We have unwelcome guests on the objective.
That's right.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. Damn it.
Topping you up.
I got it. Take him out. Not every fight's a fair one. Step right up. Hey. Hello.
Right by you.
These barrels are smoking. You don't know when to quit. Trigger finger's still itching.
So, Corky, excellent point. Excellent point. Let me just add like the nail in the coffin there, okay? PSL, let me ask you a quick question. It's gonna sound weird, but I think it's gonna help me differentiate as to what you think or intelligence is. Because to me, intelligence is like a multi-faculty, very compartmentalized whole like a warehouse which houses different doors you can open to access that intelligence, right? There's emotional intelligence that salesmen have. There's mathematical technical intelligence. There's foreshadowing that forecasters have who work in workforce. There's people who have a general overall better outlook on society. That's why they're architects and they're engineers, civil engineers. right? Intelligence has a very broad, like pinpointing, region-based,
That
like
is
you know,
true.
approach. But I want to ask you, who do you think is objectively smarter, like Isaac Newton or Albert Einstein? And there's a reason why I'm asking this, right? Based on who you
Okay.
answer.
So I'll say my definition of intelligence, then I'll answer it. So my definition of intelligence when it comes to life in general is able to like use your mind into any situation or to be flexible as possible, because if you're only good at one thing, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're smart, except this one thing. It just you want
Right.
to make your mind and your brain to be useful as possible whatever you encounter. So
Step right up. It's high noon.
I'm on fire.
Effervescent.
That's right.
Whoa.
That's why I'm trying to help him understand. That's what I'm trying to help him understand. That's why I asked him a very specific, specialty-based question. Both guys are specialists. One invented calculus,
Well, yeah.
the other invented, like, you know, the theory of relativity. So, in your understanding, based on your metrics, who do you think is smarter, Isaac Newton or Albert Einstein?
Okay, this one's a hard one for me to pick, and I like to.
But what's
in
hard
short-
about it? Like, why is this hard choice for you? Like, I just want to know.
Step right up.
Okay, because
Hey there.
intelligence is very broad, and I agree. But I'm saying
No,
like,
I get that. But just try to stick to this. Who's
Alright.
better, Isaac or Albert?
I would say they're
I'm on
different.
fire.
I say they're both good,
Right.
but I'll say this my piece. So if I'm gonna pick Einstein, it's because he has experience with basically having experience in opening up the stuff that he actually did in terms of life and how he figures stuff out, right?
It's
In terms of testing and everything. Isaac Newton is, if I choose him
enemy
for being the
advances
most
on our
intelligent, it's because if I'm not mistaken, he basically invented gravity, right? He went in a very specific route.
Guys, don't laugh. Don't. No, I get it. It's like
No,
a
I'm allowed to laugh. That was a funny statement. I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at the
But like,
statement itself.
but like,
It was
I
funny,
know I'm
it was
wrong,
funny,
but like,
but-
he went like basically on a further route to pinpoint that one intelligence to solve that thing. I say Einstein is like
Right.
flexible, if that makes sense.
So let me tell you, both of them had significant contributions. But if you were to look at pure intelligence, Isaac Newton was a single-handed, like a titan, like a giant, compared to Albert. But Albert was
Alright, that's
there at the
fair.
right time with the right thing. You know what I mean? So opportunity, placement. Isaac Newton invented something out of a sheer whim, because he had an underlying ability in the back of his head just waiting to open up and just flourish. You know what I mean? It's like a pocket that he discovered, which opened up and it just upgraded his genius by 10 points. It's like how Brawly is stronger than Goku, but Brawly can't control himself. Not a human. Just all the time. Super Saiyan all the time. Right? That's that. He's a fighter. But Goku is a guy who can channel his strength and be whatever he wants to be at whatever willpower. But Vegeta can also do the same thing.
Purge the
But he
enemy
has to
from
do
our
it after
objective.
Goku does it. You see?
Yeah.
Vegeta is the same strength as Goku. Just
The enemy's
needs
got a turret.
Goku to do it first. That's how he
Vegeta is what you call somebody who
adaptive intelligence.
innovates on something. Goku is a creator.
Take it out.
Vegeta is like he's gonna perfect it. Perfectionist. That's what I meant to say.
Bang.
I don't watch Dragon Ball Z, but I see what he's
The
saying.
enemy's got a turret.
Trying to follow through, because
There
Right.
are some people who will create things, and then there's other people who will improve that thing to perfection.
Right.
So what
Right.
you're saying is
Welcome
Isaac Newton
guests
is
on
the
the
better one
objective.
than Einstein.
No, it's not better. It's just
Isaac-
they're doing different things.
Isaac Newton on a more like, if you're trying to get mathematical, Isaac Newton invented a whole branch of mathematics. The other guy invented just an equation.
Enemy turret here.
Alright, so I was wrong but right at the same time. Like they were different,
Careful,
but not
we're
like
outnumbered.
They're mutually
But I wasn't,
exclusive.
like,
You
right.
can't look left and right at the same time.
Enemy turret here.
So I was like in the middle. Like I knew like they were different, but I didn't know like exactly what.
Yeah,
for
and
Isaac did.
yeah, that's why with humans you can never really like
The
be like,
enemy
but yes,
advances
that is the
our
general
point.
consensus. Asians are
Fend
smarter,
them off.
but they also suffer for it, right?
Mercy
Have you
on
seen the
God.
schools in China? Like kids are crying
Oh, yeah.
because like they're sleeping on the
This we got
floor.
the
Like that's not
You seen
how you
Korea?
cultivate
Yeah,
intelligence.
just
You know
that-
what I mean? Like you see what I mean? Like
It's like a
not the way.
price for everything.
That's why they come here. They live a good, abundant life. They go to Harvard,
Fortified.
whatever the case is, and they do their thing, bro. Asians are killing it. Jews are killing it even more, right? But comes at a cost. Comes at a cost. You know?
It just because like for me of the way I like to use intelligence is obviously like the pinpointing. I'm for something that is like if people are studying it for it at a higher critical level. I'm gonna call it pinpoint. That's how my brain works, right? Because they like to perfect that skill and inventing
Hello.
that skill,
Healing
whatever they
fortified.
looking forward to it. I just like for me in my experience, I just don't like that when I'm good at one thing, and then for something else, my head is just not good
My
at that
apologies.
anything. You know,
Helping you
it's
out.
something
You
else.
you
That's
can't
right.
you can't think like that. For
Yeah.
a societal level, yes, it's okay to use to think about things in terms of all right, these groups of people are better suited towards this, blah 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 blah. But as an individual, you cannot hold yourself to that standard because you are unique.
Farah reporting.
Right? You're
so-
you're not gonna perform the same as somebody as your brother, right? You're not gonna look the same as your brother. You might, but you might not. You get what I'm saying? Like you got to think
Yeah.
in terms of
It's
what
a
your
part of-
ability is and try to hone your strengths and your
Oh
weaknesses.
no, I'm not judging somebody else for myself. I'm just saying
No,
like
but you're judging yourself passively, right? And I'm trying to tell you that
Enemy
like
advances on our point.
no, but that's what it
Fend
is.
them
Like
off.
he's limiting himself before he's tried it. Like yo, have you ever tried to like plant a flower? Right? Have you ever tried? Right?
Yeah, I
it
like
must
to
be so
try stuff.
easy, right? But yo, have you ever seen gardeners outside? They're constantly tending to it. They're constantly, you know what I mean? It's like a way of life, bro. It's a way. Like it's not just a do the task and be finished with it and hand in your homework. No, you gotta go to this thing. It's living, bro. It's depending on you now.
Bye.
You know what I mean? Like, have you ever
Yeah.
taken care of like a senior citizen?
We have
Those
unwelcome guests.
those people who work,
Objective.
no, seriously, like you have to have high emotional intelligence to work in like a senior home.
Mercy
You're
on
dealing
God.
with like people who are just misconstrued on reality every single day, all the time.
Healing fortified.
That-
Mercy on God.
well, yeah,
Lucio coming at you.
yeah.
Yeah, he trains all the fucking time. He's the one who trains the most.
But
Well-
in turn, Vegeta trains because he, in his heart, is like, Goku is better than me, but I, as a man, can't accept that, and I'm gonna be right there with him, regardless of anything that happens. I'm gonna be right there with him. I'm never gonna give him an inch. Right?
So
But to
black
Goku,
pill.
to Goku, he's like, yo, Vegeta, you're my friend. And Vegeta knows that he's a hard worker, and Vegeta knows how intrinsically good Goku is. That's why he always beats him, but he never hates him. Because he's like, Goku, I can never hate you because of how naive and good you are. But I also hate you because you're better than me, but you're not better than me. You know what I mean? It's like a thing
Yeah.
certain humans
We
need.
have
Certain humans need a
guests on the
push, bro,
objective.
to get there, bro. Like you need a
Like
push.
Vegeta probably never would have been as strong as he is had he never met Goku.
Facts.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Yo, what's good, bro?
No, not much. Just got on Overwatch for a little bit. See
Because
that you were talking
I
about
like-
Vegeta.
Just
Yeah.
like when it comes to life and anime, I don't
The
like to
enemy
make
advances
them
on our
to like
point.
together.
Fend them off.
Especially
It's
the
just
show-
a comparison. It's not.
Yeah.
We're not saying it's the same thing.
I know.
Bro,
But I'm
I
just
think-
saying, like,
yeah.
if you watch Naruto and you think about like hard work and this and that, that show is like very hypocritical. If you watch Naruto
it's not,
and you
though.
think about like hard work, you know.
But it's not though. It's an excellent way of
Like,
like a
but it
growing, nourishing kid to like watch and learn how to be a hard worker. All it is hardship in there.
I
It's
understand.
hardship.
like
I
think
agree on
like
that.
literally
Go ahead.
like compare the two main characters in Naruto. You got Sasuke and Naruto. They both have like crazy innate talent. right? But they have to express it in different ways, right? In the beginning, it looks like Naruto has no talent, right? It looks like Sasuke is the only one with talent, right? But in the end, who ends up being the strongest shinobi? It's going to be Naruto. And that's because everybody has their own talent, right? And even if they were to fight, you see how when they fought, both of them basically lost an arm and nobody won. It's the same thing. Like, it's like they both have different talents. It's about how you nurture them. And since they're different people, that requires nurturing in different ways.
Yeah.
But the problem with that show with Naruto is like the thing is like Naruto is very hypocritical because he talks about how he doesn't have talent and everything, but he was always the chosen one to be a top fighter or top two at least.
For what?
Not exactly. There's a whole bunch of other people like him who have a spirit inside of them that died off, that were killed by their village, that didn't amount to anything, that just became a vessel, that were taken over. Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, he had the nine-tailed fox, so he had the most powerful of like the Jinchuriki.
He did, but that's a double-edged sword. It could either make you as strong or it could kill you. The other one, the other Jinchuriki died. Remember the girl? And that's why the fox destroyed the village.
Garo's Jinchuriki, the Phantom, the one tail?
I really like Killer B. I think he's my favorite Jinchuriki.
Right? In Killer B, how did him and his eight-tail like monster become so cool, right? It's
he's just like a chill dude.
Not even just that, like he had his tussle, but they both understood that like they can grow past whatever they
man,
are.
I'm here for this serious conversations. Who's having a serious conversation?
Okay, but like Naruto's a good show to watch, and I like how they try to promote hard work. But the problem with that show is like, look at Rock Lee for example. He's genuinely trash.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the wrong person to say it to.
Let him say it. He's talking about
in terms of genetics and everything. He was the epitome of like what hard work. He was the hard working person. Like
who was before Rock Lee? Who was before Rock Lee? Who was the Rock Lee of that time? Who was that? Who taught Rock Lee taijutsu?
Himself, my guy. But my guy can use a summoning jutsu.
What?
Yeah, he can use a summoning jutsu. He did. It was the turtle. He summoned a turtle.
Bro, my guy is the only shonen teacher. So was it shonen or shonen? Shonen. Yeah, shonen. He's the only shonen instructor that doesn't use ninjutsu or genjutsu because his taijutsu is near perfect. Near the end of the anime, he fought the strongest in his strongest stage, resurrected, and he was exerting so much pressure, physical pressure, that the ninjutsu user is like, I recognize the chakra you're emitting. Out of every ninja I have ever fought in my life, nobody surpasses you in taijutsu. I declare you the strongest.
Sustaining augmentation.
Right?
Okay,
and
but
sheer maximizing of one thing, right?
But
that's why.
Okay, but because let me tell you, because he's using basically a suicide like card for him to guarantee a win. Basically, it was a suicide card. It wasn't like a natural thing, and because my guy had better genetics than Rock Lee. If I'm not mistaken, Rock Lee wasn't even that good at ninjutsu as well. I mean, taijutsu.
Rock Lee can't use it. Of course he wasn't good at taijutsu. That's why he's like, if I can't do 100, that's why, bro, when you see flashbacks, Rock Lee, when he got beat by Neji, he's like, I could never beat Neji, he's a genius. And then Guy was walking through the forest because he followed Rock Lee, because Rock Lee was crying and running away, and he's like, I'll let him do his thing. And then Rock Lee's like crying, he's like, why don't I have anything? I'm a talentless bastard. And then he starts turning around and starts kicking the tree trunk. And he's like, I'm gonna kick this 100 times. And if I can't do this 100 times, I'm gonna do 200 push-ups. If I can't do those, I'm gonna do 300 squats. And he kept crying, and he kept crying, and he kept getting banged out. He kept getting banged out. Until Guy came,
kept like, punishing himself.
Yeah, and then Guy came, Guy's like, okay, I think you've trained enough. The key to beating Neji is a high-speed combo. Be so fast that even his eyes, that are the specialty, work against him. That's why when he's fighting Gaara and he zips past him when he opens the first gate, He's like, Neji, I saved this combo for you, but I'm gonna show you. Neji's like, I can barely follow him, and he just took off his ankle weight. Right? You have to keep in mind that like at a certain level, like yeah, Rock Lee is a ninja too. He's moving at high speed. But that's the only thing he's got. Where other niggas can summon like toads and shit, you know what I mean? Like you have to give Rock Lee a certain leeway. Right? But the genius is that it's the only thing he has, and he already unlocked like 4 or 5 games against a guy who has a curse on him. Like he's fighting Gaara, who's like an unknown thing, has a Jinchuriki inside him, and his mom put a curse on him where sand just comes up and he has automatic defense. And he beat that sand, right? So like it's the capability. And bro, right before he passed out, he's still in the fighting stance. He's unconscious. Right? And bro, I shed a tear that day. I'm like, yo, like this is what it's about. Like this guy's all in. Yeah, it's corny. I know, but yo, it's like I love that.
I'm
show,
not making fun of you.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Here's the thing with Rock Lee. I'm not denying his hard work, but it just comes to shows that Rock Lee was the main character of Naruto. If it was the definition of hard work and beat natural talent, I'm gonna say how Naruto's a hypocrite about this because this guy had excessive amount of chakra. So let me explain. Uzumaki clan is known for having insane amount of energy. Nine-tailed fox, whatever, right? He mastered a fucking Shadow-Claw jutsu, and apparently it was so forbidden. And he can pump excessive amount of chakra. So if it wasn't for his gifted stuff, he's trash. It's just true because what hard work
think about it. Think about it like this, right?
Go ahead.
Like,
yeah, I was gonna say,
go, right?
Yeah.
If Naruto didn't have anything, you would have got destroyed by Neji. And then you want to talk about Rock Lee beating Sasuke. You know what? Fair. Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me say as a whole. Hold up.
Anime conversations count as serious conversations.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about something seriously.
Yes.
Fair enough.
We have passion.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that's true.
And you know why?
Yeah, you can interrupt.
It's because Chum Daddy has like been quiet for quite some time, right? So that's why.
Okay. Go ahead.
Chum Daddy. We had disagreements earlier, but you can still talk. You don't have to be quiet.
No, but I don't watch fucking anime, so I don't know. I got nothing to say.
Alright.
Yeah, because anime wasn't invented 5,000 years ago. And I'm just kidding.
Okay, but
got him.
All right, are we end it all, or should I keep going?
Well, keep going, but hurry the fuck up, bro.
Well, everyone was talking, so I was just like, okay, I'll just stay quiet.
To be or not to be, like Macbeth out here, bro. Hurry up.
When you finish.
Alright, so my point still stands. Like Naruto basically got saved from the belt because of what he's coming from, and he was the chosen one. He had nothing to like worry about other than like human interactions. That's it. He was never like the epidemic.
Can I respond to that real quick?
Yes.
So that's how it feels.
All right, I want you to change the way you're thinking about this, right? Rock Lee was very good at speed. Neji was very good at using his eyes. He was just talented overall. Sasuke, he was very talented with his eyes, very talented physically. He was very smart. Naruto, very talented physically, very talented with chakra. If you think about it like that, everybody was talented. It was just they had different talents. Everybody fought Madara at the end. All of the main people that we see, that we follow throughout the story, they ended up on the same battlefield with similar strength, right?
That's right.
You also have to remember
they're all equally talented. Nobody is like, oh, talent is not an exclusionary thing. It's not like, oh, I have talent, so you don't have it. No, talent is like, I am talented in this. You are talented in that. And then we can use our talents. That's about it.
The only ninja in the Narutoverse that can physically control gravity, push and pull. Right? Gravity. Right? There's people manipulating reality. Right? So if you're talking about
people
talent,
that access the Rinnegan.
Forget Naruto, bro. Look at Yahiko. Oh my god, look at Shisui. Look at like the eternal manga. Look at Itachi. Itachi is like he's like a walking like Superman. Right? Bro, Itachi, this is why I love Itachi, is because Itachi is one guy that doesn't take any chances. He kills his whole clan, stops a war, couldn't kill his little brother, escapes, spies on the Akatsuki, right? Nonchalantly, he knows he can take on pain, and his Mangekyou is always on all the time. He has Amaterasu, and on top of that, like, his Genjutsu is like unbeatable. And he does one hand shield. Doesn't use two hands, he uses one hand seals. Right? If we're talking about rig, like, that nigga rig. 7 packs of pain. Fought Jiraiya.
But
right?
my point is, like, the show Naruto, they talk about hard work when almost everyone but Rock Lee was gifted. And yes, it wasn't the same talent and everything, because look at Obito, for example. He had only one, like, Mangekyou Sharingan.
Only one, bro? A Mangekyo, bro? What do you mean only one? That's good, my nigga.
Bro,
well, I'm just saying,
I was gonna
like,
say, doesn't Saruda now have a Mangekyo or something?
Danzo had a Mangekyo.
I don't know about that. But Obito, before his Sharingan, he was ass. I can't lie. Yeah, he was shooting, but
yeah,
he was
Obito
ass.
was kind of
he
shit.
didn't develop his talent yet.
Yeah,
Obito
but, like,
was kind of
everything
shit.
was handed to him right there. He became sturdy for Uchiha. Uchiha body, they suck at physical strength when it comes to stamina. Obito fucking had that. So what hard
Then
work
what about all
is
the
gonna
other
do that?
Uchiha who didn't become shit?
Yeah.
Like, Uchihas or like the chosen
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
Never
hold on,
about hard
let her
work.
speak. She hasn't spoke.
Yeah, go ahead,
Yo, my bad. I just wanted to tell you guys I'm gonna leave now. So.
What the?
It was nice listening to you guys.
Alright, nice meeting you.
Thank you. Sorry for my loudness.
Okay.
Nice meeting you, Yuki. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for pulling up.
Yeah, good night.
No, take it easy.
Take it easy, yo. But like you're saying, the Uchiha are the chosen one, but they also have a bloodline like boost, right? They have a bloodline like buff. The more anger they get, the Sharingan activates, right? And then they have the basically the unlimited fire. The Amaterasu.
Bro, we were on the road for so long, bro.
We're good. We're chilling. Guys, they are gonna join back, so just mute them right away, and then I'll boot them, you know, because I feel like they're gonna come back.
Yeah.
But like, yo guys, like, there's a lot more people rigged. There's a gravity user. Look at Jiraiya, bro. Jiraiya was basically never ever training, but like he has Sage mode. Bro, Yahiko. Oh my God, Yahiko was the perfect Rinnegan user, right? That's why Nagato is not even a real ninja who wants to be a ninja because of how much he loves Yahiko. You know, like certain people in the Naruto verse, they just love other people more than they love themselves, right? Nagato and Yahiko, Jiraiya and Orochimaru, and Naruto and Sasuke, Senju Hashirama and Madara, right? They are the same thing, right? Rivalry. I'm stronger than you. And then Senju's like, it's not about that. And then he's like, alright, you know what? Madara, I gotta stop you. And then he activated the Sage mode, the 1000-arm Kanon. And then it stopped Madara's strongest move. And he's like, why? Why do you get to be stronger than me? He's like, it's not about that. And then the second Hokage, he's like, Hashirama, stop arguing with this fucking retard. He's like, I've had enough. Tobirama was all business. And then he invented the flying Raijin slice 2, and then he cut Shisui. He was so fast, he cut the Mangekyu, but past Shisui, and he cut him. And he's like, Madara, take revenge. And then Senju's like, no, I would sacrifice myself. Tobirama's like, no, we don't need to bow down to these guys and their sensitive shit. Tobirama's like, Senju, why are you like this naive? He's like, I just want everyone to be good. He's like, no. Right? And then Tobirama and Hashirama had a disagreement, but it's because Senju Hashirama is trying to unite things, right? Some people have their own thing, right? The third Raikage basically has a scar in the middle of his chest because his strongest technique went to go use it on someone, and he tripped and he fell, and he poked himself in the heart. It was the most embarrassing thing that a Raikage could go through. but he took it like a scar on his chest. His strongest move, and he wore it like a champion. And that's what made him Hokage, the Raikage. Dara, at such a young age, went to the desert village, was immediately attacked by Sasori and what do you call Diedra. Dara protected the whole village and basically like absorbed like a C4 bomb. You know what I mean? Like everybody has their own thing, brother. Right? Everybody has their own thing.
But what I'm saying is like the show, like they promised us to show hard work is a good thing, but everything what happened to the show, we're shitting on people who actually had no talent and people that were working hard, like Rock Lee. Rock Lee, like, he had us convinced that he could beat Gaara just for him to get destroyed by sand.
That's right, because he had gaps in his knowledge. Right?
Yeah, but that's like, do you not see the problem with that? Like that literally destroyed.
That's real. Number one, hard work does not guarantee success. That's not how the world works. Hard work just means you increase your likelihood of seeing success. It doesn't guarantee success, right? Talent plus hard work is almost guarantees success, right? You'll see that in someone like Naruto. He's the definition of that. He had talent, but he needed to nurture it, right? And he did a lot of hard work, and then he ended up becoming Hokage, like he said he did.
Yeah, he mastered Sage Mode and mastered... But yo, if you're talking about Rock Lee or hard work and all this, bro, I would think that you would be pointing at Gaara. Gaara basically walks around and like a sand thing comes up and Gaara doesn't even know he's alive, Like,
Gaara became a Kage at 14, and then you want to talk about how hard work is so important. Like, do you not see like why I'm pissed off?
You couldn't kill the dude. You couldn't kill the dude.
But the thing is, one can argue that Gaara did do hard work. It just wasn't in the way you're thinking. He didn't necessarily have to do hard work to train, which he did at some points in the show. But it was more about hard work in terms of fulfilling his duty as being the, what's it called? What's the Kage called?
The Kaze Kage.
The Kaze Kage, right?
Yeah, bro.
I just love my dog.
I agree. So what y'all niggas think about Skibbity Toilet? Y'all niggas fuck with it or not?
Wait, hold on.
That's your bitch ass bitch. Right? Yeah, look at, bro. Forget Gaara. Like, go before Gaara when they had the Great Ninja War, and they had the other Kazekage, the first Kazekage, the guy who was wrapped like a mummy. Right? Do you know what he went through? Why his body's wrapped in bandages? And do you know what he's capable of? He could take control of gold and other sediments that are stronger and heavier than sand, right? So like, he was able to pave the way by doing things that are like unthinkable, right? Senju Hashirama was talented, but bro, like mastering Sage Mode, stopping Madara, trying to unite things, that's hard work. But not just seeing someone like do 10,000 push-ups, bro. Like I don't know what you were watching. Like totally forgot about other people who were. Orochimaru is the hardest worker in Naruto. Orochimaru actively tries to master forbidden jutsus, dies, comes back to life, sheds his skin, and goes right back at it. He's the real champ. Nobody works harder than Orochimaru. That nigga undead.
Wasn't he born with like crazy flexible like abilities and like?
He used the forbidden jutsu and then Sarutobi banished him.
Yo,
what was that
PSO guys,
jutsu?
I want you to notice something. I want you to notice that during these conversations, you make a claim, we give you evidence against it, and you just move on to another claim. We give you evidence against it, and then you just keep doing that. Like, I just want you to notice that's what you're doing.
I like to respond back, whatever. Alright, but my point is Naruto is such a hypocritical show talking about hard work. It has nothing to do with
you're back
people
at the same exact thing that we just went a whole, you know what I mean? Like,
okay, but I'm trying to bring back to the idea. That's all I was talking about.
An example, the evidence that we're citing is supporting our argument that Naruto is a show that promotes hard work and exemplifies that. And the thing is like no matter what evidence we try to tell you or show you that goes against what you're saying, at the end of the day, like you keep making the same claim. Like I just want you to notice that.
Like Naruto is
thing-
not the
Go ahead.
only guy there. There's so many different like storylines that you see. Choji took a couple of pills and he beat the boulder guy. That's not hard work. Look at Shikamaru though. Worked on his shadow clone, right? He was a genius, but his sensei knew that like he needed to push Shikamaru. So he gave him a sense of responsibility rather than giving him puzzles. And with that said, he was able to take on Hidan and Kakuzo together, 2 Hokage level ninjas with Shadow. Right?
Okay.
That's an
So
achievement.
let me say this as a whole. So we were promised. I'm gonna say this again. We were promised to see hard work. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying everyone was lazy, but people have these high standards, and the reason why they became Kages of their respective villages is because they're naturally gifted. I can't stress this enough of how like Naruto can say he could. Hold up. Naruto talks about working hard. What jutsu did he like actually like developed in the last 2 years?
The Rasen Shuriken. The Rasen Shuriken.
That is completely different. Not just
Wait, hold up. I want you to think about this real quick. Do you know how Naruto learned how to do a Rasengan?
Yeah,
he couldn't do it normally. He had to summon. He had to use one of his strengths. He had to summon a whole another Naruto.
He's a fucking bastard, bro.
Alright, so he had to summon a whole nother Naruto. He used the Shadow Clone Jutsu just so he could do. Yo, my nigga, yo, you gotta. I'm in the middle of talking.
Alright, bro. Alright, bro.
Alright. So he had to summon another Shadow Clone, and he had to do mad shit just to make one Rasengan. That's literally the definition of hard work. He couldn't do it normally.
Bro, he had to split a leaf first with his hand, using his chakra, because Kakashi's like, until you split this leaf, you won't be able to harness your wind chakra. And he's like, aight. And then he tried to split the leaf for ages, and then he multiplied himself to mass Shadow Clone to try and give more experience, right? Because when he goes back to normal self, he adds the experience, right? That's a way of understanding your ability, right? And then he did, and then he mastered the Rasen Shuriken. But the way he used it also matters. He used it with the Shadow Clone. That's how he hit Kakuzo. Right? Everything came together, brother. Right? Kakashi didn't know how to use a Sharingan. He was chasing Deidara, trying to keep his eye open, his eyes bleeding. Trying to focus on using an eye that's not from his bloodline. But he learned.
It's because Kakashi in general is a genius. He was born a genius. Because he never like
you can't discredit hard work just because someone's smart. That's not how it works.
But like I don't know. But I'm saying who you want me to point to. I pointed to Mike Guy. Mike Guy's the best example. Okay, look
at this
Mike
point
Guy's
we're just
dad.
Naming every Naruto character.
Yeah, man, you're not understanding
right,
that hard
let
work
me
is
talk
all
about
about
the Rasengan,
the thing is you're not taking into account new information.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna talk. Okay, let's go with the Naruto learning his Rasengan. This goes back to the point where I say like Naruto is basically. I'm not saying he's not like not trying, but like he's basically cheating because everything he does is he needs his stupid Shadow Clone Jutsu and then he does everything. I'm saying it's cheating because he couldn't do his.
Let me ask you a question, right? Let's say you're trying to find out what's 5 times 10, right? And you're bad at multiplication. So you think, all right, we're gonna take 5 and we're gonna draw that 10 times. We're gonna write 5 dots 10 times, and then we're gonna count how many dots we have in total. Is that cheating?
But that's a different premise because
no, it's not. It's not cheating. You're just using the tools in your knowledge to do the same thing.
But the thing is like a little like IQ wouldn't hurt Naruto, but the problem is, this guy got told that he could do Shadow Jutsu. It's because he wastes his chakra. And that's bad because he chooses to like not
Bro, he
be
couldn't
good
even.
at
He couldn't
having
even,
knowledge.
Bro, he couldn't even do it. He tried to do a substitution. Bro, listen, everybody learns the substitution jutsu. What do you mean? Shadow Clone Jutsu
Yeah,
is a
but
substitution jutsu without the tree stump.
okay, but
I don't know why
Shadow
you're.
Clone Jutsu.
I don't know why you're so like marveled over the fact that Naruto can clone himself, bro. The Sasuke moved at like speed of lightning. You could do a full lightning ball, while Naruto couldn't even do the rest of them.
Yo, is Manamalan in here?
Naruto learned.
Is who in here?
Before
is Manamalan in here?
Yeah, he's here.
That's me, brother.
Yo, man.
Okay.
Milan, you there?
Yeah, what's up, man? Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. What are you saying tonight, bud?
I'm chilling, bro. Like I'm gonna be on for another 30 to 45 minutes. I'm down to spit a few for sure, but like
what do you got planned?
I'm down with whatever, bro. I'm just chilling, talking, bro. Chilling,
okay,
talking.
yeah, I'm down. You want me to play some beats for us?
Not right now. In like 10-15 minutes, I'm down to just create a group and me, you, Ether, and just freestyle for a bit.
I'm down, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Back to like PSL. Like PSL, you have to understand that like there's information that you know, and then there's information that you don't know. You don't know yet.
You finished.
You know what I mean? Yo, Rascal, can you mute yourself, brother?
Still boosting
Sorry.
you.
Thanks, man.
Okay,
so there's new information that other people who have invested in the show, they know, right? But for you to like assume that like you know as much as there is to know about that show while being like kind of half-assing it, right? Because like yo, they go into detail about so many people, about so many hardships, about Kisame and Samehada and the 7 legendary swordsmen, 5 of them killed by Guy's dad, who was a Jonin his whole life. He never got to Shonen. You know what I mean? Like, Guy's dad was like an underdeveloped adult. Everybody in the village made fun of Guy's dad until he came and unlocked all 8 gates, committed suicide, but took 5 of the legendary swordsmen with him. He died a champion. Kakashi's dad was White Fang.
Yeah, I'm not saying like, okay, you proved me wrong about Rock Lee only being like, not like. Let me say as a whole, because I have my point, right?
You're gonna say the same exact thing that you've been saying the whole time. Naruto.
Okay, like yeah, there are people that are like not that impressive since day one. I agree, but the ratio is like they're basically pushing on that like. They're pushing on like, oh, you need to have so and so. You need the family bloodline. Oh, your dad was the 4th Hokage. Oh shit, that was hard work, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm still using Naruto as an example because he's the epitome of like saying hard work, but really it was actually hard work. It was just him basically cheating. Now I'll explain how because.
But he's not the epitome of hard work, right? But you missed the point.
He's not the epitome of hard work. He's the epitome of what genetics can do. If you have a good background.
Sasuke has a Mangekyo that predicts incoming attacks, and he's fast, and he learns the Chidori really fast. But why Sasuke is always held behind is because of his personality, his rage, right? Mangekyo users have rage. Naruto has 8 tails inside him, but it creeps up and takes over him, right? That's why he's hurt Sakura over it, and he cried over it. And he made it his life goal to conquer it, right? That's Naruto's destiny. Rock Lee wasn't given anything. He made something, right? Guy Sensei held back the fact that he was stronger than Kakashi the whole time, and they had a friendly battle. And Guy's like, I know you're genius and whatnot, but I'm stronger than you, and you'll see why one day. And when Guy released his 8th gate, Kakashi's like, yo, like I'm a ninjutsu user, and Guy like. Even I didn't know that you were holding back something like this for as long as I've known you. Like, you've truly surpassed me, right? There's like a pivoting factor, bro. Because someone has surpassed other people.
Let's all agree the best / worst anime in existence is Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail is just garbage. I'm sorry. I can't.
That's why it's the best and the worst. You watch it, but you know it's shit, but you still watch it anyways.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But yeah.
It's addicting, bro. Like, with all the different powers and shit, like, it's pretty fucking badass.
But yeah, basically.
No. Oh, you're not into that?
No worries.
Can I tell you, the best anime that I just started watching is fucking Black Clover. That shit's fucking dope.
But,
Oh yeah, I fuck with that.
Why
Black
so,
Clover is
like, are you
badass
understanding
as
what I'm saying?
fuck.
I understand where